Hi there, Chris from TotallyEV, and here I'm doing an audio review of the Audi A7 TFSIe. Now if you'd like more information about the audio setup, or indeed would like to watch or read a full-length review of the car, do check it down on the links in the description below. Also down there you'll find a link to our Instagram, so if you use that social media platform, do follow us on there. It's at TotallyEVNet. Now let's first start off and talk about the audio configuration. Now in our car we've got the Bang & Olufsen system, which is comprised within the Comfort and Sound Pack. That costs around £1,900, adds ambient lighting around the cabin and also 360-degree cameras. Without that, you will be limited to around 10 speaker setup, and it will be Audi's own system. Now here the Bang & Olufsen system outputs 705 watts of total power, and there's 16 speakers dotted around the cabin, including a subwoofer. As for the infotainment system, it supports Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, and also can be connected via Bluetooth. Here the system supports the SBC and AAC codecs. As for the configuration, you can customize the treble, the bass, the subwoofer, the focus, surround level, 3D sounds. Unfortunately, the treble is bunched in with the mids and high frequencies, so just something to be mindful about. Now to give you a bit of a taster as to how the audio system performs, I'm going to give you a small little audio demo. Although this is not ideal, but it gives you somewhat of an indication of the different settings and furthermore how it comes across in music.
I'm not quite sussed it yet. When I reach the brink, don't stop to think. I always sing, falling again. Next thing you know, I'm crawling, I'm crawling my way back to falling from so high, falling from so high. Then learn how to fly. It's the only way you know how to play this game to success. I'm not quite sussed it yet. When I reach the brink, don't stop to think. I always sing, and now I'm crawling, I am crawling my way back, falling from so high, falling from so high. So high, the young should high, then learn how to fly. It's the only way you know how to play this game to success. I'm not quite sussed it yet. When I reach the brink, don't stop to think. I always sing, I'm crawling my way back to falling from so high, falling from so high. The thing is my mind, then learn how to fly. It's the only way you know how to play this game to success. I'm not quite sussed it yet. When I reach the brink, don't stop to think. I always sing, and now way back to falling from so high, falling from so high, so high. The thing is my imagination.
Now with the sound demo out of the way, let's get into my subjective opinion. Now first off, let's talk about the sub bass. Now due to it having a physical subwoofer which is located in a boot, the sound system does deliver a pretty nice pronounced sub bass response. It extends pretty low and gives you that rumble that you might crave in certain songs. Here the subwoofer level in the EQ settings by default is perfect as it is, although if you do want a little bit more emphasis in that low end tones, then you can adjust a few notches there. As for the mid bass, adding one notch to the bass setting adds a little bit of extra oomph. Although your mileage may vary, you might not like that. Specifically for me, when I'm listening to mainly R&B and dance music, I found that that was the perfect EQ setting, at least for the mid bass. Here there's no noticeable rattle that occurs throughout the cabin, and the mid-range frequency drivers, which are dotted all the way around the cabin, do a great job of reproducing this mid-bass frequency. Now the same couldn't be said about its mids. Here the sound is a little bit recessed and a little bit pushed back. Despite adjusting 2 notches on the mids, what I found is that if I added a little bit more, it sounded a bit too artificial, and furthermore also tailored the highs, which sounded a little bit accentuated, specifically at higher volumes. Here I was expecting a little bit more from a premium audio brand such as Bang & Olufsen, and was very much likable to the experience I had in the Audi e-tron, which also houses a Bang & Olufsen system in the Comfort and Sound Pack. In terms of the highs, they're good. Again, as I mentioned, in terms of the treble EQ, you don't want to adjust it too much, although it becomes a little bit too sibilant and harsh at the top end. But with +2 or anything less than that, the highs will extend relatively well and give you a nice sort of cymbals at the top end. So therefore keeping you excited while listening to your music in the Audi A7 TFSIe. Now the thing which is a little bit of a letdown is its soundstage department. Now here, unlike the Audi e-tron, which has a larger cabin and therefore doesn't give you that same sort of depth and width that you'd expect from a car of its size, the Audi A7 sounds pretty good in this department. It has a decent width and a decent depth, although instrument separation could be a little bit better improved. Again, due to the fact that it's having over 16 speakers dotted around the cabin, I was expecting just a little bit more emphasis here in the soundstage department, specifically for a premium fastback or sportsback vehicle like the A7 that we've got over here. On the whole, what do I make about the audio system? Well, for untrained ears, I think a lot of people will be pleasantly surprised at how well it does throughout the frequency range. Although for audiophiles, a bit like myself, will find that it's a little bit lackluster, specifically in the mid-range department. So therefore, if you're expecting a really premium sound, given that you are driving a premium car, well, you might not quite get it exactly as you might expect. Now don't get me wrong, the sound system is very good. It's much better than, let's say, cheaper cars out there. Although just for a car of its price tag, and specifically because you're paying about £1,900 extra for the Comfort and Sound Pack and getting the Bang & Olufsen system, you might expect that little bit of extra premium class, specifically in the audio department. Now that's just my opinions and thoughts about it. Do let me know in the comments below what you make of it, if you've heard it, or indeed if you own the car. I'd be very much intrigued to hear your thoughts. If you like this video, make sure you give it a like, subscribe to see more honest and unbiased content, and of course, favourite and share, as it always helps the channel grow. Alright, I've been Chris from TotallyEV. Take care and bye bye.